For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, so that each one may be judged for what he has done in the body, whether good or evil. That's in 2 Corinthians. And I just think about the wicked and perverse hearts that are gaslighting the masses these days. As I'm reading headlines, I was just reading about Hillary Clinton putting out a warning that beware that there will be a smear campaign against Kamala Harris, so you need to be ready for it. She brought up, when I was running, they made up this thing called Pizzagate and actually convinced people that there were pedophiles and this and that, and they actually had somebody go and burn down and shoot up a place. Such in-your-face gaslighting and just outright lying, because they put red herrings out there to discredit some of the accounts so that then people actually believe there's not pedophiles out there, as if Sound of Freedom was not based on a true story, and as if there weren't perverts and those of wicked and perverse hearts ruling this world and protecting one another, as if P. Diddy was some one-off. P. Diddy is the norm when you're talking about that kind of celebrity, that kind of status, and yet he is just a bedfellow on a lower rung of those that truly run the world. I saw this new singer, Roan or something, red hair. She's been really popular this year, and she came out talking about how she was not going to endorse any presidential candidate. She said, I'm not voting for Trump though, but I encourage everyone to do your research, to ask questions, to challenge those, because I believe there's corruptions on both sides and we all need to be asking questions. She had a really sound mind and a critical thinking one. And all of a sudden on Saturday Night Live, they did a skit completely mocking her, making fun of her. You know, they have some rhino from a zoo in another country that dressed up and pretended to be her because recently she said that the demands of fame have been taxing and that some people just go overboard and they're stalking and the things they do, and you know, kind of sounding like trying to set boundaries. But make no doubt, because she has spoken up truth, mind you, she's also been vocally pro-Palestine, so she doesn't have 20/20 vision, but she thinks for herself. So she has the ability to think through some of the propaganda that is being used to control and divide us. But when they start demeaning her and mocking her and making fun of her, it's because she's opposed to a position, just pick one, that the mainstream, that the controlling forces and the purveyors of information and the gaslighters of what misinformation and disinformation are giving us. So totally she has a very unique name, but I know the last name's like Roan, and I'd never heard of her, but now all of a sudden I'm seeing her in headlines because they're trashing her just like they do anybody who promotes thinking for yourself. And there's such a censorship on truth. They want us to take a side, and it's pretty much as soon as you take a side politically or anything, you've lost half the battle, if not the whole battle. Because there's only one side, there's only one truth, and that's Jesus Christ. That we're spiritual beings living a human experience, that everything in this world is meant to tempt us to hate one another, not to follow the cardinal rule, to love one another. But you love one another with truth. But if they blind you to truth, if they make you indifferent to truth, if you have no basis of which to base your truth on, if your reality is just what all of the media forces are spewing to you every day, then you can't love anybody, because you're not loving somebody by giving them affirming lies of the world. I saw a billboard today down in Hollywood when my phone service was out, and I was totally having to go back old school to use maps. It said, "Tell me lies," like a new show, "Tell me lies." You don't get more truth and in your face than that. Tell me lies. That's what people of this world want. As soon as they get a glimpse of truth, of the harsh reality of the darkness that is in this world, that disguises itself as light, because Satan disguises himself as an angel of light, they want to be told more lies so they can go back into the matrix, into the comfortable bubble that we are so protected by, but there's no truth there. And when there's no truth, there's no love. And So when you hear the Hillary Clintons of the world saying, beware, there's going to be a mass disinformation campaign and something ridiculous made up about Kamala, you can be sure that something probably will be revealed that is true in some sense or some aspect, and they want to get ahead of it and try to have people conditioned to reject it as false already. Such a war on truth. It doesn't matter what you believe. If you forgive, if you love everyone like God does, with truth, with grace and forgiveness, and seek Jesus. We're not saved by our knowledge level or discernment level, but by grace through faith. So when we give that to others, that erases a lot of sin. So focus on Jesus, not anything the world is throwing at you, because it will just become a stumbling block. I pray this finds you well. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow.